So, if you're watching this video, maybe you have already cleared the IPMAT Indore exam, for which congratulations, or you are in the waiting list, and if you are, then don't lose hope, okay? Even I was in the waiting list. Or maybe you are an aspirant preparing 1 or 2 years in advance, in which case, maybe use this as a motivation or like and little information regarding what you will face once you make it. Because see, one thing that I have realized after coming is getting here is hard. Getting here is hard, but being here is not easy either. It's not smooth sailing after clearing the IPMAT. It's like what you did in IPMAT, you have to do it consistently for the next 5 years, even more than that. In this video, we'll be covering curriculums for IIM Indore. I'll be covering for IIM Indore, and also she will be covering for IIM Rohtak.
Hi guys, welcome back to UniVoyage. I hope you're all doing great.
The curriculum, the internships, and for the third year some electives too. Like what is it that you will learn here for the first 3 years of your bachelor's? So the first thing about IIM Indore is, like, it's a misconception with a lot of people. In IIM Indore, you will not get a BBA degree. Okay, it will be a BA degree, a Bachelor in Arts. It's not the simple arts that you are used to. It's not fine arts something. It's managerial arts, and subjects from a lot of domains are covered here. Okay, so let's dive into the first term itself. So in the first term, we have various disciplines. Let's say there are various disciplines, and for each discipline the courses change for each term. So for the first term, or like, these disciplines will remain the same. So the disciplines are economics, mathematics, statistics, humanities and social sciences, communication, information systems, and there are some bridge courses which won't be there for the first 1.5 years, but yes, bridge courses will come. And then there are enhancers like dance, drama, music. So for the first term in the economics discipline, you will have microeconomics 1, and commerce students, you might think that yes, I have done microeconomics, it will be easy. In the beginning it will be easy, you will see a lot of familiar concepts, but just like that it will start to become hard. Okay, so in the beginning, if you find microeconomics easy, just don't start ignoring the classes. Okay, in like 5 to 7 sessions you will feel that everything is familiar, but after that you will start to dive into the intricacies of it. Like most of the concepts which in 11th or 12th standard, depending on which class you had microeconomics in, we just went over them and didn't really know where they were coming from. You will digress, you will dive into the nitty-gritties of the subjects, let's just say. Same in the differential calculus. Professor Aditya Maheshwari actually taught us differential calculus, and it was a very fun class. So the thing about differential calculus is, math students might feel that they know calculus, but trust me, you do not know calculus. You know how to solve questions, but you do not know calculus. And in differential calculus, you will understand what calculus really is. And let's just say, it will be mind expanding. And then comes statistical methods. Statistical methods is diving into a bit of advanced statistics. It's not just the statistics that we had previously. Like, yes, there are concepts like mean, median, mode, variance, the simple concepts that we did, they will be introduced at first. But after that, it will start to become more, I wouldn't say hard, it would start become more advanced. It will be advanced statistics, because we have just learned statistics. We don't know how to use it. In this course and the Statistical Methods 2 course and some courses in between, here you will learn how to use statistics in real life, which is fun. And humanities and social sciences, of course, if you are from humanities background, then yes, you might have studied sociology and philosophy, and even if you haven't, these are like very informative courses. Like, because I am not a humanities student, I was a commerce student. But in sociology, the thing is, like, you learn a lot. We had COVID, like in our time it was COVID, so we couldn't go for field research. Otherwise, in the sociology course itself, I think it is in the middle of the course sometimes. Sometime I think it's like after, I don't know what exact time is, but yes, after you have done a certain concepts, you actually get to field research those concepts. You actually get to go to villages around IIM Indore. You get to visit the villages, the household, the people there. You get to talk to them, interact with them, and based on that you have to notice the concept that you have studied, and then you have to prepare a report. It's, as far as I've learned, it's very fun. And then philosophy, it's not just philosophy, like you get to understand a lot of other things too, like virtue ethics is not in philosophy one, but you get to touch on a bit. But yes, philosophy, really, yeah, it was new for me, but yes, you will have fun in philosophy too. Now, language skills in English, yes, it will be fun too. English, introduction to algorithms also, so you won't dive into like core programming just yet, because like first course, okay. But introduction to algorithms, you will get introduced to some of the, like, for loops, while loops, if statements. People from common, like computers background, they will know a lot of this stuff. But yes, you don't not worry about it, okay. There are so many disciplines that I, as a first year, hadn't done before, but they start from the ground up. They do not assume that you have any knowledge about any of these like concepts prior. They start from the very basics. And after that, yes, as I mentioned, there is a choice between, you can either pick music, drama, or dance. It is like, I personally took drama, and it was fun. Okay, it was very fun. We did a lot of things, and the elective that you pick will go for the all three terms. So drama will continue for the entire first year, or dance or music, whatever elective you pick, it will continue for the entire first year. And yes, that's it.
So talking about Rohtak's curriculum for the first year, so very much like in Indore only, we also have a trimester system. We have 3 terms, and each term goes on for about 3 months. It includes classes, it includes discussion sessions, daily quizzes, exams, both midterms and end terms, group projects, presentations, assignments. I know it sounds a lot, but we get through. So I'll let you know about the subjects that we have had for each term now. The first term had 7 subjects. In fact, the first and the second term both have 7 subjects. The third term has 6, because it also includes an internship, which I will probably discuss a little later. Coming back to the first term now, so we had sociology, which was my personal favorite. Then we had stats, we had microeconomics, we had calculus, information technology and systems, business organization and management, and then lastly we had a language course, which was English.
And for term 2 also, there the economics discipline again will include macroeconomics one. So you know what macroeconomics is, but again you will dive further into it. Mathematics, in term 1 you had differential calculus. What's the next logical step? Integral calculus. So mathematics you will have integral calculus, and Professor Ekta ma'am taught us, and it was very fun. Like we learned a lot in the class, and there was also a bit of coding involved. And coding was like, we just got to see those concepts like being applied right in front of our eyes, and we could do it on our own, so that was fun. And statistics, you will have probability one. Now probability, you might think, is a mathematics course, but it has application. Obviously probability has a lot of application in statistics, but I wouldn't spoil it for you. I will just say, brace yourself. Humanities and sciences, we will have psychology, and psychology, it won't be just human psychology just yet. It will be like how human brain functions. Like it will dive into the biological aspects also. Like you will get to see how your brain functions, and you will also get to learn about what a lot of previous studies and how psychology was born, and it's a lot of fun. And communications, you again have language skills in English. And for information system, you have introduction to data structures, what different types of data structures are, and introduction to C. You will do a bit of C programming. So what you have learned in introduction to algorithms in the previous course, you will get to apply those algorithms in C language, and then the enhancers remain the same. And for the third term,
English course was also there in the second term. Apart from that, the second term included a course in microeconomics, in psychology, in philosophy, in probability, and then there was accounting also, and law too. Like that's the beauty of the IPM course. You taught everything. These courses are not limited to a particular background like science or commerce. even a science student, gets to take a course in accounting, and a commerce student gets to attend lectures of psychology and philosophy and sociology. So I really like my course for this reason.
And then the enhancers remain the same. And for the third term, it's economics. It's now for the first term you did microeconomics 1. For the third, it will be microeconomics 2. Two microeconomics courses. And mathematics, it will be linear algebra. And linear algebra you will actually use in your further courses. And statistics, it's sampling distribution and statistical inferences. SDSI, as we call it and as you will call it too. And SDSI is like, I will not jump into the nitty-gritties right now, but yes, it's there. Humanities and social sciences. Political science 1, so you will learn not just political science that as you have done in social studies. If even till 10th class we had social studies and it included political science, but it will be more like political philosophy, let's just say. And then it will be philosophy 1. So the virtue ethics that I talked about, they will be more discussed in the third term, and it's a very fun class. And philosophy is like Biswanath sir, the Professor Biswanath, he will like encourage participation from you, and it's a fun thing to participate in the class, because philosophy is like you have a lot of thinking involved. Like you are taught something, then you think about it, and you have various views. Maybe your view is in contradictory with what sir presented. In that case, it will be helpful for the class. And many of the times I've seen that people do come up with views that maybe sir hadn't thought or hadn't heard before, and it is like good to hear all these views. And then in communications, it will be presentation skills. Like you will do a lot of individual and group presentation. The whole course was structured like there were a lot of presentations involved, obviously presentation skills, and you don't just present, you also learn about what different presentation styles are and how to structure your presentation better. And the information system will then be introduction to databases, and here you will learn more about how databases are managed, big data, as many of you might have heard about it, or even if you don't, you will get introduction, like you will be taught everything about it. And you will also be taught MySQL, which is like a very important tool for data scientists. And enhancer will be like drama. So as I mentioned before, it will remain same.
Moving on to the third term now. So we had a second course in microeconomics, just where we covered some new topics which we had not in the first term, and कुछ first term वाले topics we studied in greater depth. Then there was a second course in philosophy, stats, and psychology as well. We had a course on presentation skills too, which is one course which made the most sense to me, because I feel what I learned from this particular course is actually going to stay with me and help me for a very long time. So I loved this course particularly. Then, last but not the least, we had a course in programming. We were taught Python. It was pretty challenging in the beginning, especially for me. Like, मेरा programming से कुछ भी लेना देना नहीं था. I did not have IT in 11th and 12th grade also. So, थोड़ा सा challenging था in the beginning, but got through somehow. And apart from these 6 courses, we had a social and rural internship, which I will discuss with you definitely. So yeah, that was the first year ka curriculum at IIM.
That concludes for the courses. Now, internships. So during the year, you can get a lot of internships by yourself if you want. You can do as much internships as you want. There is also SAC committee and fests. So you can take part in like the student activity council committees, and you can take part in fests. But at the end of the second year, there is social placements. So that is just basically your 6 to 8 weeks of social internship, and it is compulsory. So throughout the year, whatever you do is optional, but at the end of the second year, it is compulsory to do a social internship, and there is a whole social placement committee that will get you those internships, so you don't have to worry about getting it yourself. And they will help you build your resume. There will be various workshops, and they will help you through the entire process. But yes, and that internship isn't optional. It's compulsory, and if you do not complete that internship, you cannot advance to third year. So that's
Okay, coming to the internship part now, which I have mentioned twice before. So what happens is now, like as soon as you're done with your third term ke end term exams, you're supposed to take up an internship. So this year particularly, we had to go for a social slash rural internship, like in an NGO or something. So we were informed beforehand only that we have to find one, and we were specified a period, matlab ke just time pe we have to intern. So for us, it started from 14th June and went on till 13th August, which totals up to 2 months. So in May itself, we received a mail from college asking us to create an internship proposal, stating all the details of the internship that we were going to take up. So details like organization ke bare mein, the project details, job role, etc. And then they went through each of the proposals and gave their inputs. Some people were also asked to change it because the internship that they had taken up did not match the kind of experience the college wanted us to go for. Now coming to the 2 months का period, उस period में क्या होता है? So in that period, you are just supposed to focus on the organization and on the work, like on the internship. उसके अलावा you do not have any classes, you do not have assignments, exams, nothing of that sort. There are almost no deadlines from college ka side. So you just are supposed to focus on the internship. Apart from this, like जब internship end होने वाला था, 10 days before, we were supposed to create a report, an internship report of 40 to 70 pages, summarizing what we've been up to, during the last 2 months. So उसमें we had to include our work, our findings, हमारे recommendations, and all those things along with the internship completion certificate, obviously. Till then, stay tuned and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel.